What's up, PokeMoshPitBeta? My name is Coolpeople33, and today I have a Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against some guy named PseudoKorean. This was a relatively long battle, 43 turns to be exact. But I advise you to stay around to the very end because this battle is really good. And this battle was before Garchomp was banned. So yeah, so I want to lead off with my Rotom Wash form because I knew he was gonna lead off with his Mamoswine and Rotom Wash form. And Mamoswine can't really touch Rotom Wash form because I'm either immune or resist his dabs. So right here I'm going to predict his switch, go for the Will-O-Wisp. Either that, if he stayed, then I would just cripple that Mamoswine, and if he switched, I would get residual damage on anything he switched into. He switches into Shaman. I missed my Will-O-Wisp, so kind of crucial because I really want to get some residual damage, especially on that Shaman, because it is really a threat. So right here I'm thrown off by the Earth Power. I'm going to go see if he does have the Earth Power. So I switch to my Rotom Washer and he does have the Earth Power. So that's kind of bad for me because I really don't have much for the Shaman. Really threat to my Sand team. So right here I'm going to switch back up to my Jirachi to take the Sea Flare. I really don't take it really well as I thought it would because I thought Jirachi was really concerned that Jirachi is really bulky. I do have a lot of special defensive EV, but that right there did too much for my taste. Right there, I'm gonna stay and predict him to over predict, and he does over predict. He misses his fever. You know, it's gonna happen sometime. It only has like 85 accuracy, I believe, but. Yeah, I know he's not over predicting anymore. Once it goes safe, goes for a power. So I'm going to switch to my Gliscor just to activate my Toxic Orb. And then I'm going to protect to see if he has the Inner Ice. He indeed does have the Inner Ice. So I'm going to be scared of switches to my Tarantula, which was kind of a bad play. Because as you saw there, I took the Sea Flare. And I do have the Fire Blast on my Tyranitar. So I could like Death Fire or something. Then switch back to my Tyranitar, fire off the Fire Blast because then I could take the Sea Flare and do a lot of damage, and then switch out to my Garchomp and then Revenge Kill. So that should have been my mind problem because Sandstorm does give a special defense boost for Rock type. So I should have thought of that, but at that time I thought that Tyranitar wasn't too useful because he did have the Conch Elder. So yeah. So after my Tyranitar is taken down, I'm going to switch back to my Jirachi, predicting him to go for the Rest. I'm pretty sure this thing is a Rest 3 attacker because I do use this type of Shaman in 5th Gen UU. Right here, after showing him I do have the Fire Pump, I'm going to set up the Wish just to be safe because I don't know what he's going to switch into. He switches into a Conch Elder. I'm not really threatened by it, but at the same time, I don't really want it to set up on my face. So I'm going to switch out to my Gliscor. A really good counter to Conch Elder. It really doesn't do that much. Thankfully, Conch Elder doesn't learn Ice Punch like Machamp. So I'm going to get healed by the Wish. It doesn't really matter because I would just get healed by the Poison Heal at full health. Right here, I'm going to go for the Toxic, trying to Toxic Style this Conch Elder. You might think that's kind of stupid play because of the Guts ability of that Conch Elder do have Conch Elder. The reason I do that because that's the only way I'm going to kill it. If he starts bulking up, Earthquake's going to do jack, so that's why I didn't really want to go for the Earthquake. I guess he predicted that and switched out to Tentacruel. In the back of my head, I kind of knew he would do that, but I was kind of a wuss, and I didn't want to take the chance. So right here, I'm predicting him to go either for the Scald, which I can live, or the Rapid Spin. So I'm going to stay in, go for the EQ, but instead he has the Hydro Pump. I don't know, this is kind of offensive variant, but whatever the case may be, I do live the Hydro Pump, which is amazing. I only do have like 58 special defensive EV on this Gliscor. So I'm going to manage to kill him with the EQ. I don't have any attacking Vs, but yet again, Tentacruel doesn't have the good physical defense. So then, after his Tentacruel is going to get killed, he sends out his Mamoswine. I'm going to protect, see what he's going to do. He goes for the Stealth Rock. I should have knew he would do that because it was in the lead position. And the rest of the team doesn't have anything to set up the rock. So going for the Protect was kind of pointless. So I'm going to switch out, go to my Rotom Wash form. Predicting the Ice move, obviously, because 4 times super effective. he's gonna get scared off. I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump just to get some good damage on this Shaman, trying to force him to go for the res. So then I can switch on my Jirachi, scare him off with the Fire Punch. I really don't have much for this Shaman, as I said. So I'm really trying to force this guy with Stealth Rock and Sand damage and Fire Punches damage. So then I can later try to revenge kill possibly. But yeah, here I'm going to predict him to switch out yet again and go for the Wish. Kind of obvious here. Right here, I'm looking at my Rotom Washroom health, and I'm seeing it's kind of low. So, and besides, he does have the super effective V-Create. So Rotom Washroom was the better switch. He indeed goes for the U-turn, which is a really good play for him because he then gets switch initiative. But getting health back for my Rotom Wash form was that was my main goal there. So I'm gonna get back my full health, back to full health thanks to 5th gen Wish mechanics. Which is great. So here I'm gonna scare it off by the super effective Sea Flare again. So I'm gonna switch out to my Jirachi. It really again does a decent job. He unfortunately gets the he gets the special defense drop. So now my Jirachi is not going to live the Earth Power. I thought I might live it if he didn't get the special defense drop, because I do have a lot of special defense EVs on this Jirachi, and then I could fire off a Fire Punch and may guarantee that my Garchomp's Dragon Claw could kill it. So right here, I knew he was gonna switch out. I thought he, because he is scared off by the Dragon move or the Outrage. So yeah, I thought he might switch out to his Mamoswine, because Mamoswine, I believe, can take one Outrage, then fire off an Ice Shard to revenge kill my Garchomp. That's why I switch out to my Rotom Washform to take on his Mamoswine. So, but instead he goes to his Conch Elders. Yeah, not really a bad switch. My Rotom Wash could take on the Conch Elder if he doesn't set up the bulk up. Right here I'm going to predict him to go to his Shaman. So I'm thinking in my head right now, maybe combine with the Sandstorm damage and the Stealth Rock damage and the Hydro Pump damage, which I thankfully hit on the Shaman. I thought it would kill, but he lives with a tiny small amount after Sandstorm damage, so which is really unfortunate, because now I really don't have much to take on the Shaman. That was my only chance to kill this Shaman without bringing in my Garchomp. So remember to kill. So here I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump, trying to get some damage, just try to tell him that Hydro Pump is doing a really good chunk. Combined with Sandstorm, it is doing about 25%. So he's scared off by it, because it's really, again, as I said, doing a good chance. So I'm going to predict his switch. I really don't want to mess with Hydro Pump, and besides, I'm losing, I'm almost out of PPs for Hydro Pump, so I'm going to go for the T-Bolt, because T-Bolt is going to do almost about the same as Hydro Pump. So I'll go for T-Bolt. He sends out his Conch Elder just for Death Fire, because really Conch Elder is really going to do much against my team, because I do have the Gliscor. And now after his Conch Elder is killed off, he's going to send back his Shaman. Again, I'm going to be feared off by the super effective Sea Flare again, so I'm just going to Death Fire the Gliscor, because Gliscor doesn't have any uses after Conch Elder is killed. And besides, he has like 4 Pokemon that can revenge kill my Gliscor. So, because Gliscor, well, this Gliscor doesn't have any speed EV, so I'm pretty sure everything on his team could easily revenge kill it. So, sacking Gliscor there was the better option, better choice. So now I'm going to send out my Garchomp, thinking that I can kill this Shaman without going for the Outrage, because going for the Outrage means that I'm locked into it, so then he can send a Mamoswine to revenge kill me with the Ice Shard. But, you know, Dragon Claw doesn't even kill. Either that's mid damage, or Garchomp doesn't belong in Uber, because it doesn't even kill a Shaman that's in UU. Come on now. Man, I was really disappointed, because I really want to keep my Garchomp for later, just for the Victini. But, you know, it's really whatever. Okay, so right now I knew he's gonna switch him to his Mamoswine. All these Pokemon right now are all physical attackers, which my max HP, max defense Realists can possibly take on. So right here, I'm just gonna Calm Mind, Recover Stall this Mamoswine because Earthquake isn't doing over half. It's doing barely over half. Well, it's not, the point is he's not even doing half. So that means Recover does half. So I'm regaining more health than he's dealing with EQs. So I'm trying to Calm Mind to +2 because I'm thinking +2 will be enough to kill off his Victini and Honchkrow. Well, right here, Honchkrow, in my mind, my thought process right here, Honchkrow is going to be a big problem. Mamoswine isn't going to be, but the problem I'm fearing is Victini V-Crate. Because V-Crate is a really powerful move, coming off a 180 base power, stab, and and Victini does have a high attack. I'm pretty sure that Victini is scarfed based on his team structure. So right here, I'm looking at a good health, so I'm just gonna fire off a Focus Blast right here after he goes for the EQ. Right here, I believe this is like min damage, EQ damage. So yeah, I live with 262. Fire off a Focus Blast. Thankfully, it hit. If it didn't hit, then that will mean I have to Recover Stall this Mamoswine a little more. So I will be at good health, so I can take on his last two Pokemon. So here, since I was Honchkrow, I question why he did that. If I was in his position, I would just send out Victini because, as I said, V-Crate is a really powerful move. Possibly he would have won, but after I did the count, so I'll tell you later how much damage V-Crate does. So right here, I really just see no reason why. I'm just gonna Recover Stall on this Honchkrow. If you Brave Burst, I'm just gonna recover all that damage he does, and then Recoil will kill him off. If he goes for the Sucker Punch, it's gonna fail because Recover is a non-attacking move. So yeah, he goes for the Sucker Punch, predicting me to go for the Focus Blast, but I do not. I'm just gonna keep going for the Recover. So if he chooses to go for the Sucker Punch over and over again, Recover at that point has more PPs, and Sandstorm will eventually take him down. So he eventually goes for the Brave Bird. He's gonna kill himself off thanks to Brave Bird recoil damage, and now basically him bringing Honchkrow meant that I healed back to full health. So really bringing Honchkrow was kind of pointless. So this is what he should have sent in the first place, his Victini, and right here I counted it, and this does 250 out of my HP. And when he sent out his Honchkrow, I had 288. So I would have lived with 38 HP. So that means I could have Recover Stall on this Victini and then fire off a Psychic, and that would be a good game from there. So he's gonna keep V-creating. Right here I'm trying to be safe because I want him, because as I said, this is probably a Scarf Victini, so I'm trying to wear his B down and his defense down, so where I can revenge kill. If something happens to my Reuclus, I can just send out my Run and Watch form and then revenge kill with the T-Bolt or Hydro Pump, preferably the T-Bolt because it doesn't miss. And that's good game, PseudoKorean. If you like this narration, please come to my channel, and if you want to subscribe, and subscribe to the Mosh Pit. And yeah,